Hi, I'm Chris from Acrylic Pixel, and my game kind of blew up again, but it's not for the same reason. So I did a video saying that my indie game blew up, and that was because of Reddit posts. And I have kept doing Reddit posts, and they have still performed well, but my latest one has performed well for a different reason. So I'll go into how that's happened. So here we have my itch information here. So this is a game about making a planet, which is in development at the moment by me. And we can see here that there's a huge spike that happened yesterday. And it completely dwarfs the other two spikes that happened. These were from Reddit posts, and we can see why. So here we can see that these spike here was caused by Incremental DB. So if you're following Chris Zukowski and you're interested in the Great Conjunction, so like the golden age of indie games, and you're thinking of making a game that is kind of doing well at the moment, if one of those is an incremental game that you're thinking of making, then really good advice to get it on Incremental DB, because this is what's caused this huge spike. Previously, my other spikes were caused by posting on Reddit. So I was posting on the Incremental DB subreddit, and you can post weekly on there. And that's really good because by then you have updates and something new to talk about, to engage in a discussion and get new playtesters to play the game and so forth. So before I would have said Reddit was really good, but now I'm saying, well, Reddit's still good because obviously before it was just itch posting, itch presenting the game. But then with Incremental DB, it's just completely gone through the roof. I actually did do a Reddit post as well on the same day, and it hasn't really caused as much spike. So for any of you that don't know, SteamDB is like a website, and it's got all these incremental games on here. And I was on like Scope Creep's on here. That's a really cool game. Go check that out. I was on like number 5 on popular. Oh, it seems to be kind of going a bit crazy at the moment. Interesting. Okay, so mine was on popular and it was like number 5th and it had like 21 upvotes or something. And I should have taken a screen grab. I regret that. But now my game for some reason is in unconfirmed. And it's got 7 upvotes. So, and these are slightly different. Like they were slightly different. I don't think it had prototype on the itch thing. So I think an older version must have gone live, and then it might have been automatically taken down. The moderators need to vote on my game to show that it's an incremental game. So that might mean I get another spike when it comes out of unconfirmed. I hope so, because I was like 5th on popular, which is kind of loading now. And I was kind of near the bottom or it was kind of around here on new as well. So that's Incremental DB. They must be doing some work on it. But it's also got a Discord channel, and so yeah, you can check out the community there. So it's a really good way of sort of connecting with other incremental devs. That's really interesting. What I can do is I can show you what that did to the wish lists. So the itch game has been available since like the end of December. So it's been just over a month and a bit. And the Steam page has only been live for about 15 or 16 days. And I can show you, or maybe I can't. Okay, let's do a new clip. Oh, here we are. So here is the wishlist chart from Steam. And so that spike is 37. And then I've had another 12 today. So the spike's going to start coming down sort of around here. And so my total is now 180. So that's really good news. And for a Steam page with not much of a following and no playable demo, that's pretty good. So I mentioned Chris Zukowski. What does this do to the, how good this game is? Well, if you follow Chris Zukowski, he did this benchmark itch.io traffic, because that's something I've been really interested in. Like, what is the conversion between itch doing well and Steam wish lists? And what he says is that the gold tier have lifetime views of 5,000 to 10,000. So those ones kind of went on to make a little bit of money from the Steam game. So that's really good news, because I'm really creeping up on 10,000 views, and I got nearly 7,000 plays. So that's really good news. So I should be able to get across the line with more Reddit posts, because obviously I'm going to keep posting on Reddit my updates as I'm making the game as I'm going, probably on a weekly basis. And I'm going to start updating the Steam page with my updates on a weekly basis too. So that's how my Steam game kind of blew up again. I can show you a bit more information about the game because it's had some updates. And basically the newest one, that's the biggest one, that's on version 21 and over, is the fact that we've got music now. So I've started to make music using Waveform as the digital audio workspace, or DAW, and Vital, which is like a synth for doing like, well, synth music basically, but it's got a sequencer in it, so you can make more melodic songs, and it's really good for ambient music. And I've been following some tutorials, and I've started to make some tracks. And I've also added localization so that there'll be more languages that people can play on when the demo comes out on Steam. And I've added some visuals, so there's some post-processing going on. We've got a bit of vignette, and we've got some hue to the particles. They're kind of glowing a bit, and we've got some lens flare going on in the sides as well, which are kind of dynamic, that react to everything that's going on in the game. And I've changed up the skill tree as well, so it's a bit more intuitive as to how things are related to each other. So we do mechanics, and then we do time at the top, mechanics in the middle, below that is currency, and then below that is like special abilities or like upgrades with like things that happen, like asteroids come in or gravity mines happen. So the game is taking shape. We've had a couple of YouTubers as well do videos, so thank you to those people that are making videos on a game about making a planet. I'm really, really grateful for you to kind of be the first people to want to push out the game and sort of talk about it and celebrate it. That's really, really good news. If you wanted to wishlist the game, then it is available to wishlist on Steam, and that would be really helpful. The other thing that I just wanted to mention before I went is that my other Steam game that I made with Hillfort Games, which you might know from Long Gone, 10 Bells Steam, that is currently got 492 reviews. So we are so close to 500 reviews, and if we get to 500 reviews, because it's like 96-97% positive rating, we will get overwhelming positive status on Steam. So that is really, really 97%, 492 reviews. So if you wanted to support me in other ways, then you could buy 10 bells. If you've already bought 10 bells and you liked it, then you could leave a review. That would be really, really helpful. And this spike just from posting on Reddit on like our horror, and also Vin has done updates on the community side of things on Steam here, and he's been posting it, well, he's been talking about it when he's been live streaming, because he's making Long Gone, the zombie adventure game. And so we've got this bit of a spike here happening. So we're hoping that it's going to be really, really soon that we'll get to overwhelmingly positive. So hopefully that should also give you some confidence that I'm an award-winning indie game developer, which kind of sounds like I'm self-promoting, and I'm British, so I'm very wary of sort of tooting my own horn. But yeah, the game I worked on has won a couple of awards, so I'm really, really happy about that. And so hopefully that should give you confidence that a game about making a planet is going to be worth your time and worth a wish list and worth a play when the demo comes out, which should be very soon. Let me know what your thoughts. Oh, sorry, yeah, I've got one more thing I want to say, which is, you can't see it here because my camera's in the way. Oh no, you can here. So I've got press kit and feedback form. So that's also new. So if you're a content creator, there's another link to the press kit there, but it would be in an email that I would have sent to you. And I'm going to start doing some play testing. So I've got a feedback form link here, which will take you to a Google form to answer just a couple of basic questions about where I should be spending time on the development of the game to make it that much better. So listening to what the people are going to want to have changes for the game. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you very much. Follow me in all the good places. I do have a Patreon if you want to support me there, but the best thing to do is to wishlist the game or buy 10 bells. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Hi, I'm Chris from Acrylic Pixel, and this is my latest indie game. A game about making a planet is a short incremental game where you make a planet by merging particles together, upgrade between rounds, and unlock things like mines and asteroids. You can wishlist a game about making a planet on Steam now.